Alright, what's up everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. I'm Quentin, and today we're talking about the top 10 photos of 2024. And we have some really great photos. I traveled a lot this year around the state of West Virginia, along with doing weddings, portraits, and just basic landscape photography as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this list. If you don't agree with this list, make sure you comment down below what do you think this ranking system should be. But I am going to include like all the settings of each photo whenever we talk about them. That way you guys know exactly what settings and the lens that I use to capture these. So let's get right into it. All right, so number 10 comes in at this amazing wedding at Hammock Hills in Amma, West Virginia. This couple was amazing to work with, and we actually got a little bit of a golden hour. I was kind of worried because earlier that day we actually had a cloudy morning, so I didn't know whether the sun was going to pop. But as you can see in this image, it definitely did. This wasn't even a planned shot. I actually just told them to walk down. We had a little bit of dust, and the sun was peeking through, and it was able to get an amazing, just kind of, you know, basic photo that they was alone in this field during golden hour. And I don't know, for me it just resonated and I enjoyed it very much. Number 9 is another wedding. It was in September. We actually had another overcast day as well, but this couple had beautiful smiles. Their chemistry was off the charts, and it was actually just super fun and playful. I usually never include veil shots, but in this one I ended up doing it because since we did have a cloudy day, it kind of like made a double softbox on top of it, and it was just really good. I see this photo literally in my head on top of their mantle in their home. It could be black and white, it could be color, but I mean, I just think it was just timed perfectly. So yeah, I just absolutely love this photo from their session. All right, number 8. This is a prime example of whenever I do college graduation photos. I usually do them down at Marshall University quite a bit, actually. And with this one, it's actually a best friend session as well. So it was really cool because they get to play off each other. They kind of have, they're not as awkward if they're just, you know, meeting a stranger at one time and so forth. So it was like really cool to just kind of like see them. I actually shot with Christian a lot with her boyfriend later this year and stuff, so that made that session go a lot easier as well. But these two girls absolutely killed it. I actually see this photo like being at, you know, the front of a magazine, front of a, you know, a Marshall, you know, recruitment poster or what have you. But I just think they absolutely nailed it, and it's one of my favorites, and is one of the ones I give all of my clients if they are looking to do you know, like a graduation shoot. This is what I kind of show them. All right, number 7 is really cool. I have actually been wanting to shoot with this model for quite a bit. We actually took a vacation down in Wilmington, North Carolina earlier this year, and my wife and I was just kind of like chilling. I actually saw on this model's story that she was actually in the area, so I sent her a text, and honestly, fate just was looking out for us. She was only 20 minutes away from our Airbnb, so we immediately made plans. We met at 5:30 in the morning the next morning and got this amazing sunrise. Almost every photo of this session is perfect. She did such a great job. I just picked this one just because of the reflection off the sand and the tones, and there's no one in the background. It was just a very clear and clean photo, and I actually, when I was editing this, I had a hard time figuring out what tones I wanted to use, but I used like kind of like this little matte layer over it, and I think you can notice it, especially in the darker like shadows and so forth. But I just think she killed it. I can't wait to shoot with her again. And yeah, this was in North Carolina. All right, bringing it back to West Virginia is on number 6. This was supposed to be a sunrise elopement session, but we ended up leaving around 3 o'clock in the morning from Charleston and traveled all the way to New River Gorge National Park to hike 2 miles into this location and hopefully to do the elopement. However, it was foggy the whole morning. We had rain earlier that week, so it wasn't ideal conditions. However, we made it moody, and they did an amazing job. This photo is actually out on a cliff. I'm about probably 50 yards away. I used an 85 1.4 at the time. I didn't use my 50, I don't think, at all during this whole entire session. So it was really cool to kind of like see those different focal lengths, and I think the way this was edited with the greener tones just absolutely just killed it. But it's definitely one, I put this as number 6 just because of the location and the timing and kind of like the work I put into it. It probably would have been lower on the list if it was closer, but you know, being 2 hours away and then getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then, you know, there's a lot more into it and means a little bit more. Number 5 is located all the way on the highest point of West Virginia, which is Spruce Knob, West Virginia. Spruce Knob is amazing. This golden hour is probably one of the top 3 in my whole entire life that I've ever captured. This couple was super photogenic, and they made it super easy. The ceremonies was really quick. They just wanted to focus more about photos afterwards, just with them. And I love couples whenever they do that, because it gives me an opportunity to get creative images. This one of them walking away and they're blurry. I do this effect quite a bit, but I love it because when you look at it in a deeper sense, you kind of see the rolling hills and the gold tones and the perfect golden, vibe that just like, just slashes right through your eyes in a sense. But I don't know, I just can't stop looking at it. It's just I love negative space. So negative space for me was like anything that's shot with negative space is an absolute A in my book, Number 4. So number 4 comes in at Marshall University. I shot Emily Anderson. Emily is a young woman that is from my hometown in Calhoun County, West Virginia, and she was able to get, whenever we set this up, her mom and I was talking about how we was going to shoot her in the sense of like portraits and things like that. I asked if we could actually get on the field, and she said yes. So we actually did a whole entire behind the scenes photo shoot of that. You can actually check that out right here, and you can actually see us like go on the field and go through the whole process. But I love this image because of just how symmetrical she's right on the 50-yard line. We was trying to get more of an iconic photo, but I think we missed the sun by 15 minutes. So it was just kind of like we used what we had, but she did an amazing job of posing. I really didn't have to like direct her very much at all. And if you go back and watch the behind the scene video, you can actually see a lot of that. But I just loved it just because of the opportunity it gave me to shoot there on the field. All right, so now we're getting into the top 3. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, because I know this list may seem like it may not seem like it makes sense to some people, but for me, I feel like these are just the ones that stood out to me. I love all my clients and I love all my shoots. Honestly, I can make a whole list of the top 100, but we're gonna just stick to top 10. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps me out. Comment what your favorite photo has been so far, and let's just push the algorithm and spread the love. Number 3. So number 3 is a country wedding located at a small church that is in Roane County, West Virginia. This was a super cloudy day, but their tones of green and white that they picked made it the whole cloudy day of a softbox kind of like light up. So it was really cool. Jacob and Cameron was amazing to work with. They literally had so much chemistry. They absolutely, you could tell when they look at each other, they loved each other, and that just like put a huge a lot of pressure off me whenever I'm trying to like pose people. It just came so natural and stuff. This photo, I do want to give credit where credit's due. It was actually taken by my second shooter, Colt Townsend. He actually helped me with the Spruce Knob shoot that was earlier as well. But he took this photo on his Nikon, but I edited it with my presets. And so I just want to give him credit. It was set up perfectly. but I love the way I edit it through the tones and stuff. So I use this for a lot of examples whenever I'm doing my wedding portfolio and things like that. This number 2. So number 2 comes in. This is Jenna. Jenna is from TikTok. That's where I met her originally. She's originally from West Virginia, and she was actually visiting the area, and she asked if we could meet up and shoot, and I said absolutely. Jenna's really cool because she actually has a whole entire tattoo sleeve, so we added that a lot in the shoot. But specifically for this shot, we are actually on a 40-foot mound, and you can see all the behind the scenes footage of this shoot as well, located right here. And you can actually see how we climb up the hill. She actually had to take dirt that was, as you can see in this photo, for her right hand. She had to throw it in front of her and just let the air kind of like go back, and she just posed, and it looked amazing. It gave that really cool western and then that really cool like dusty look that I wanted for it. And the golden hour I remember for this was like, it was here and over within like 10 minutes. So we had to act really fast. But definitely one of my top images. I'm just in love with the way she posed, her outfit choices, her personality. She killed it. It was really awesome. Can't wait to shoot with her again. We're actually hopefully planning a shoot in Texas next year. So stay tuned for that. Please like and subscribe. All right, so number 1. So number 1 is probably going to be a shock among all of these, actually. Is the only one that's on this list that's not included with a subject matter. It is a landscape photo. And the reason why I chose this photo is because I want to show you my progress. In 2022, I took this photo. And in 2024, I took this one. The difference between the growth and what I've learned, whether it's editing, sharpness, or just, you know, overall composition, I think really plays into a factor here, because you can actually see this one definitely much better than the first one. They're both really good in their own right, but I put this as number 1 for one of those reasons. 2, it was actually a really interesting trip with one of my good friends from high school. We had a great time. We actually went to Dali Saz. This shoot alone was like a spur of the moment type of shoot. It was cloudy earlier, and then we pulled over side of the road, and we actually saw that it was like clearing up. So we brought out the tripod. We got all that stuff set up, and the rest is history. You can actually check out that whole entire video located right here. But yeah, that right there is my top 10 photos of 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As mentioned before, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next.